Okay, you all in the back, try to keep it down because you're going to want to hear this. My name is Joe Crawford. I'm running for magistrate in District 1. If you want to know more about me as a person or who I am, you can go to my website, www.estillfirst.com. I also have some flyers over here. First of all, a few thank yous. First of all, thank you to all of you for coming out tonight on a beautiful evening. Thanks to Teresa Sparks and all the volunteers and the party for putting on such a great event. I want to thank my wife Becky and my daughter Campbell, who just made it back in from looking at the horses. I want to thank the good Lord for keeping me upright and keeping breath in my lungs. And I want to thank the two fellows who are in this race with me, Tom and Gerald. I've known both of them my whole life. I respect and I admire both of them. And there's been absolutely no negativity in our race. I can say that for a fact. It's definitely been a gentleman's race, and I appreciate both of you all for that. I want to say thank you to the seated fiscal court for all supporting all the efforts to reduce the county's debt. And that leads us to today. I feel like right now we're at a tipping point for our county's future. And I feel it's time that our people accepted responsibility that we're destined for greatness. And it is all about the people. In the 1700s, the people that came into Estill County, they were pioneers. They had to live off the land, virgin farmland, virgin timber, building the cabins, doing what they could with what they had. They did it themselves, and we're descended from these people. In the 1930s, in the midst of the Depression, a group of community-minded Estill Countyans looked around and said, we need more jobs. And when times were so tough and people barely had the money to feed their families, they got the community to invest in bringing a little textile manufacturer from Michigan here to Irvin. And Carhartt is still here today. We're descended from these people. Again, in the 1950s, there was another group of like-minded, community-minded citizens who saw that we didn't have an adequate access to quality health care in Estill County. And they overcame a lot of opposition, got us a hospital in Estill County, and today, Markham and Wallace Memorial Hospital is still in Irvin and is one of the shining stars of the healthcare system in the entire state. We're descended from these people. One thing about it, we do it ourselves as Estill Countyans. We're survivors, even though we're small. And we are a small community. Winston Churchill was kind of a stuffy old Brit, but he said something I thought was really neat. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And I think he was talking about us. It's time for our people to do away with common phrases like, they won't let that happen here, and that'll never work in Estill County. I feel it's the fiscal court's responsibility to lead that charge. Fiscal court should be the lead horse of a team that's pulling our wagon into the future. And I want to help guide that lead horse if it's the will of the people of the 1st District. And it's not all about money. It's about leadership, and it's about vision. It's about providing opportunity and support for our would-be entrepreneurs, our visionaries, and our inspired citizens. It's about helping our people, especially our youth. They like that one. Remember and harness the spirit of those who came before us. We can be great, and we can do it ourselves. I tell you, when I was in school, it burned me up. Be on an academic team trip or a band trip, there'd be a group of us, somebody'd say, where are you kids from? Somebody'd always pipe up and say, we're from just east of Richmond, or we're from about an hour southeast of Lexington. I want our kids to proudly say, I'm from Estill County. Thanks, that wasn't meant to be a cue. Today, change and progress have almost become 4-letter words with a lot of the things going on Washington and Frankfurt. It doesn't have to be that way. Change for the sake of change, that's not what we need. But conservative, planned, and measured change, we can handle that. We need progress, but we need it on our terms and do it ourselves. I like to say that change is coming to Estill County regardless. We can let it happen, or we can make it happen. I like to quote Coach Calipari quite a bit. He likes to say an African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. I hope you'll let me join you on that trip. I say God bless and thank you all. And I'm Joe Crawford. I'm from Estill County.